Hey yo, what is up? You're here because you want to know if the ISU 122.2 is going to be worth your XP gold, whatever your currency is going to be to bid for this tank in the upcoming auction. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a tank destroyer player. I do not own any tank without a moving turret. All these fixed turret tanks are just not for me. They give me a headache, but that's no excuse. I'm not going to say that's going to be my excuse. It's not. I'm going to suck at this game, but that's okay. This is actually my first game, my first attempt at this tank, and I just went to a position where I thought the tank destroyers normally go. The snipers sit at the back. This is what you do, right? I've seen them here, so I took up this position. I wasn't sure if I could get shots on it, but it turned out to be pretty good. But anyway, I digress. ISU 122.2, you can see the stats here that I'm showing you. Some of it has been changed. This was the stats before they put it into the live server, and now you can see the hit points has been reduced 100 hit points down to 1300. Ooh, that hurt. 787 damage there for my double barrel shot. So if you want a lowdown and you want a quick answer, is this tank worth it? Yes, it's worth it. TLDR, right? Because it is hilarious. It is something different. It is something unique. Is it overpowered? In certain positions, in certain occasions, of course it's going to be. It's a double barrel gun. You're gonna get 390 times 2, and that's going to be 780 damage per shot if you fire 2 at once. We are down here a lot because we lost the heal. I whiffed that shot, but again, back to the stats. They nerfed it down slightly a bit. The engine from 800 HP down to 750. The power to weight ratio as well, 16 down to 15. However, they made the rotation a lot better. Actually, it was 16 degrees. They upgraded it to 31.29, so a little bit of improvement there. The dispersion on the accuracy as well, from 0.37 they switched it down to made it a little bit more accurate, 0.35. The reload time was supposed to be 10 seconds, and then they shaved off about half a second of it. The aim time as well was supposed to be 2 seconds. They shaved it down to 1.92, which is not too shabby. The stock shells are AP with 1100 hit, 1100 meters per second shell velocity. 2 shots there, double shot there on the whatever tank that was for 600 plus damage. That was pretty good. Again, this is my first game, and I don't normally play tank destroyers. I don't have any tanks with fixed turrets, so I'm not very good at this, but I'm doing my best, trying to get a feel for this tank so that I can bring you this video and share with you what I thought about the tank. I did play subsequently more games in this tank. I couldn't replicate this kind of result, but I did have a couple of games that I did have fun in. There were a couple of games where I did 2 shots of damage and died. Unfortunately, that is the nature of tank destroyers. Sometimes you just can't do a lot of things with this tank because you are restricted with the way the tank is. Its mobility. It doesn't have I'm going to try to double shot again. Am I? No, just 1 shot. Like I said, with a tank destroyer, sometimes you just don't get the kind of mobility that you want. You can't go to places that you want. You can't shoot and scoot. You can't run away. You just have to snipe from the back, try to use your camo, try to use bushes. You are hoping that somebody spots for you. For example, this tank, although it has 190 frontal armor, the armor is very flat. Therefore, a lot of tanks in tier it's will probably pen you frontally, because most tanks are going to have like more than 190 penetration from the front, right? So that is unfortunately the reality of it. A lot of tanks are just going to easily do damage on you. Now, should you decide to get this tank, remember you are getting this tank just for the purpose of the double barrel gun. Basically, this is what you're signing up for. You're signing up for the hilarity. You want to have fun. You want to double shot as often as possible. If you get one of those tanks that has the double shot mechanism, like the Soviet tank or the American Watt Plus tank, the T-54, you want to fire that double shot as often as you can, just because it's hilarious. You do a shit ton of damage. You don't want to think too much about how well you do or what your gun marks are. You're just here to fire that double shot gun and laugh when you do 780 damage or 800 damage or whatever damage you do. This is just the the draw of the tank, the allure of the tank. You're doing this to basically have as much fun as you can with a double shot gun. But anyway, if you're interested in try-harding, high performance, you want to do well, it's really difficult to be aggressive with this tank, because you're not you're lacking the armor. Oh no, I shouldn't have taken that shot, but anyway, he died anyway, so that's okay. But in this tank, after the game, I realized that I could have done things a little bit more different, maybe influence the outcome a little bit better. I should have made my move and became a little bit more aggressive a little bit earlier to try and win the game. Maybe use some of my HP to, risk some of my HP to try and win this game for my team. But that is what the inexperience does for you. I did not have the requisite experience, to come up with a plan or think about relocating and finding a better position where I could ambush the enemy or something. Maybe I could have won this game for my team. I keep thinking about it, but I don't want to, I'm not going to beat myself up for it, because this is just not a tank that I would normally play anyway. The only reason I decide to make a video about this tank is just because of that double barrel. I'm drawn to the tank because it has a double barrel. That's all there is to it. With the fixed turret, when you're zoomed in, when you are scoped in, when you are in the firing mode, looking down the barrel of the gun, I get a little bit of a headache when I rotate the hull. And you know what I mean, when the hull rotating and your gun follows along and you're not in a movable turret tank, it kind of gives me like a headache, and I don't really feel very happy when I'm playing a tank that doesn't have a movable turret. But anyway, enough of my excuses. Here I am, I'm finally making a move, I'm finally pushing forward. I was trying to get this Progetto by surprise. That was what I wanted to do, but I was a little bit unfortunate here because I think he spotted me and I couldn't get him in a position where I could fire at him. Here he is. He was already in a hull down position and he managed to get a shot at me in a hull down position, and I didn't have a shot at him. So this really sucked for me, because I was hoping to catch him with his pants down and at least try to get one shot on him, and at least weaken him, and then give my team a chance to try and win it. But yeah, that's what inexperience, that's the problem with it. I don't have experience in this tank. The Progetto is trying to flank me, I suppose. Or no, he's not. He's actually on the higher ground. Maybe he was trying to flank me, and that ELC even could have just let him come towards me instead. But right now it's me, and I've got to go against that Oni, and I have 5 degrees of gun depression on terrain, which is really difficult. Once I back up, I have my gun pointing at the sky. I no longer have the gun depression to shoot at him. I have to find a way. There you go. I finally found some gun depression, but then I don't have a moving turret, so I have to rotate the whole tank and then try to fire at him again. And then now my gun reloads, but by the time I get a shot at him, he's already reloaded and ready to finish me off. So that was my first game in this tank. My other games I don't do much better anyway, but if you want to get this tank, just get it for the gun and have fun trying to double shot people. That's all I can say about this tank. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and got some useful information out of it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.